Hello, hello, hello. It is not Transformation Tuesday. It is Wisdom Wednesday. So this is the first day of Wisdom Wednesday live trainings. And the reason for that is that I have listened to you and I've added a second day where I can do an evening live training as well. So that way, kind of going live at optimum times for friends on this side of the pond and that side of the pond. So there you go. It's Wisdom Wednesday. So a little bit of technical snafus. I think the near whiteout conditions are kind of throwing me off a little bit. It's the snow literally just melted, y'all. The snow just melted, and apparently we're supposed to get a couple feet of snow. So there you go. Welcome to Mother Nature toying with Wisconsinites. That's what she does. All right, so today, live training Wednesday. This was going to be my topic on Monday. So I've added, instead of doing live training on Tuesday afternoon, I'm now doing it on Wednesday afternoon at 1:30. And then I'm also doing Mondays at 5:30. I'm adding that 5:30 time because I was getting feedback from people that they really like to be on live, but that afternoon time just wasn't working with their work schedule. So decided to add an additional day for you. So there you go. All right. So today, this was going to be my topic on Monday, and then I got caught up after my daughter's doctor's appointment and didn't have good reception. So I posted an encore presentation of another live that I had done, which was, I think that one was where to start with making changes when you don't have a clue where to start with making changes. It was a good one, actually. So today, 3 simple ways to improve your sense of self-worth. One of the things that, and as I'm speaking here, I'm going to go ahead and share this out. I promised my group I would also live stream in there. So I'm going to share this there as well. That's why I'm looking down here. So the reason I wanted to do this topic is because it's basically across the board with, folks that I'm working with in my group program right now, my e-course group program called Mindset Mastery, which is a 30-day course. It's coming up in there. It's coming up with my private clients, my one-on-one clients. It's coming up in my my group, my Choose Joy community, my private Facebook community. Which is women from all over the world. Everywhere it seems to be this issue is coming up, and that is, just women acknowledging that at this stage in their life that they realize that they don't have a good sense of self-worth, that they don't feel as though they are important, they don't feel as though they matter, they don't feel as though they're enough. And so I wanted to talk about, 3 ways that you can really start to just improve your sense of self-worth. Feel like you love yourself again. Or if you've never felt that way, then you'll be able to feel that way for the first time, hopefully. So I wanted to give you some simple things that you can do to go ahead and start doing that. So while I am doing this, I don't want to boost the post. I just want to share it. All right. So here's the thing. We, oftentimes I think that we say that we don't have a good sense of self-worth when what we are really talking about is self-confidence, that we don't feel real confident in ourselves, in our abilities. Having low self-worth is much more than lacking confidence, right? Having low self-worth is really more of, feeling like inherently at the core of my being, I am not enough, right? And here's the thing. You were born enough. You were born more than enough. That is absolutely there is no disputing that, because listen, just for you to get here, on this planet in this physical form is a miracle in and of itself. So for you to have gone through the process of, forming from a cell into a human being, and you have managed to not only survive, but thrive, because if you are here watching this, that tells me that you are at a certain place in your life where, being the best version of yourself is important to you, because not everybody will spend their spare time watching a video about being the best version of themselves, right? So it already tells me that on some level that there is, within you, you are already a miracle just by being here. So what I know, just factually speaking, is you are more than enough. You were born more than enough. Sometimes we'll talk about, I'm still sharing this out to my personal page, so I don't mean to not be looking at you. Sometimes, we'll talk about being your authentic self, right? With my clients, which are women in midlife for the most part. And so every once in a while I'll get the question like, what is who is my authentic self? How do I know what my authentic self is? And so my response to that is, okay, now I'm all done sharing. My response to that is that if you feel a sense of unworthiness, of feeling not blank enough, not pretty enough, not smart enough, not skinny enough, not wealthy enough, not successful enough, if you feel resentful or disconnected from, or feeling not joyful in your life, or feeling less than, if any of those feelings, if any of those are things that are true for you, then you have some work to do in the self-worth department, right? Because what that means is that there is something keeping you, and that would be you have some work to do in the being authentically you self-worth department, right? Hey Judy, thanks for jumping on live. I'm just looking outside and seeing robins and hearing robins and seeing like massive amounts of snow falling from the sky too. Perplexing. So anyway, when you have a sense of self-worth, right? It's what allows you to see life through the lens of everything being a possibility. And we weren't born not authentic. We were born being true, being honest, being forgiving, being fully present, being fully capable, being joyful, seeing limitless possibilities. We were born that way. We were born trusting, right? We were born trustworthy. We were born that way. That's naturally, inherently how we are. It's only through life experiences starting to pile on garbage, oftentimes, on top of who we authentically are, that then we become not in alignment, right, with who we truly are. And so, what I say is, if you have any of those things that I described that are out of alignment, where you feel less than joyful and completely free and with complete abandon and connected, unless you feel those things all the time, there is some disconnect from your authentic self. And so all of the work that we do and the work that I teach is all about reconnecting to your authentic self. It's peeling back the layers of the onion, getting rid of the garbage that has been piled on top of who you authentically are, right? And so, so there are some easy ways that you can, get back connected with yourself again, to feel as though you have a greater sense of self-worth. And one of those things is that, self-care is a function of self-worth. So if you want to feel better about yourself, if you want to feel more worthy, if you want to feel more deserving, if you want to feel like you love yourself more, one of the easiest, simplest ways to do that is to do self-care, is to simply do something loving and kind for yourself. Whether that is going and getting a manicure or a pedicure, or whether it's, giving yourself, 15 or 20 minutes at night with a glass of wine and a good book, whether it's going out for a walk in nature, going out in apparently snow now, whether it's, taking yourself to a movie, or, painting your nails, or whatever it is, just doing something kind, compassionate, and nurturing, giving yourself space to just be, be in the best space possible. Self-care is self-worth in action. So if you want to feel better about yourself, it starts with self-care. It's not, I'll start taking better care of myself when I feel more worthy of it. No, it's actually the action that needs to come first. If you want to feel more worthy, then do the action of caring for yourself, because the message that it gives yourself is you are worthy of this. You are deserving of this. On some level, there is a belief that just by making that choice to take care of yourself, to do something nurturing and kind and compassionate to yourself, that you are worthy of that. So that is number one. And that doesn't have to be a huge monumental thing. And it doesn't have to be getting pedicures and massages every week. It can be something very small, but more symbolic about, just putting yourself first and taking care of yourself, because you're important enough to do that, right? So that's number one, self-care. Number two is create a vision for your life. Create a vision for your life. And here's what that means. What is it that you want really? I know that oftentimes we get caught up in just the busyness of life and the day-to-day responsibilities of home and career and, children or grandchildren or extended family or whatever it is that we're up to in our lives. We get caught up with just the day-to-day, right? And so oftentimes we forget to just kind of sit back and go, well, what is it that I really want? What do I want really? Not what did I want 10 or 20 years ago, or what do I think I'm supposed to want at this stage in my life? Not what I think someone else thinks I should want, but what do I want really? Allergies are starting to get to me already, and it's not even full-on allergy season yet. So what do you want really? And the way that you put that into a vision form is you imagine yourself, let's say a year from now. You can choose whatever random number, but what's your vision for your life? In other words, 12 months from now, what's your vision for your life? What do you want? And then pick a day in the life, an ideal day in your life that incorporates whatever having that vision or that goal is. So if it's, finding a new love in your life, when you fast forward in your mind to 12 months from now, see that already done. See yourself attracting and being with the person that you find, allows you to be the fullest expression of you and is the fullest, most authentic expression of themselves. See yourself already with them. See yourself being the person that you would need to be in order to attract the person that you need to attract. See that already done. So you get that vision as far as what do you want for your life really? What do you really want? And thinking about that, and then fast forwarding in your life, seeing that vision for your life already done and seeing it really clearly in your mind's eye, really vividly, fast forwarding, seeing it through your own eyes, like as though you're there right now, experiencing it and it's already done. And you see it very vividly and clear, and you hear the sounds around you and feel the feelings, really feel the feelings of being right there, having that goal already accomplished. So that's how you get your vision. You see that and you either write it down or you record it. And then every single day you step into that vision. Every day you either read it or you listen to your recording of it and you imagine it really clearly in your mind's eye and you step into it as though it is already done, as though you are there right now and it is already done. Step into that vision every single day for yourself, right? Create a vision for your life. And what I want you to ask yourself when you set this vision is, what is it that you want really? And then what's holding you back? What is it that's holding you back? Because when you identify what do you want really, what's your vision for your life, then you're moving toward what you want. And when you identify what's in the way, then you can get really clear about your intention to take care of that, to handle that so that it's not getting in your way. And when you're really intentional and clear about, nope, that's not something I want to be in my way anymore, you'll do the work necessary. Right? So I want you to ask yourself, what is it that you want really? And then what's holding you back so that you can take that thing out of the picture of your vision so that you've overcome whatever that thing is that's holding you back. Right? So create a vision for your life. And then number 3, way to improve your sense of self-worth is take action in the direction of your dreams and your desires, right? So if what you want is really clear in your mind's eye, if that vision for what you want is clear in your mind's eye, the greatest sense of self-worth, the greatest act of self-worth is and self-care is self-forgiveness. And the greatest act of self-forgiveness is taking action in the direction of your dreams and desires. Because what that tells you is you are worthy. You are worthy of your dreams and desires. Whenever you take action in that direction, you are building up that sense of self-worth because you are letting yourself know you are deserving of keeping your word, making your commitment, getting what it is that you say you want. No kidding, no excuses, right? Because they're all great excuses. We have them and they're super legit reasons. And they're still just that. They're reasons, right, for why we don't have what we say we want to have in our lives. And so when you take action on your dreams and desires, it reinforces for yourself that you are worthy of that, right? So the way that you take action is, number 1, be in gratitude. Gratitude is an active thing. Being in gratitude is simply looking at your life through the lens of what do I have to be grateful for? Right? So gratitude. Number 2, have integrity. Be your word. Have your word be absolutely golden and unbreakable, particularly your word to yourself. When you keep your word and you do what you say you are going to do, and you do that with yourself when nobody's watching. It's like I always teach my 9-year-old about trust and integrity and honesty, and that it's about doing the right thing even when nobody's looking. Right? And that's really the measure of our own integrity, is whether we keep our word to ourselves even when nobody's looking, right? When you keep your word to yourself, you are letting yourself know that you matter and that you are worthy of doing what you say you are going to do and being, doing, and having what you say you want to be, do, and have. Make sense? So be your word, gratitude, integrity, choosing to be responsible. And again, when I talk about responsibility, it's not from a place of blame. It's not from a place of wrong or guilt or doing the right or wrong thing. It's simply from the perspective of understanding that how I got here has been by my own choices, that I have made decisions that have led me to this point in my life. And if I don't necessarily like where I am right now, that means that I can also make different choices and choose something different along the way so that I can have a different result. It's about being responsible for the circumstances that are showing up in your life and how you respond to them, right? Because obviously we don't have control over all of the circumstances in our lives. Yet what we do have control over is how we choose to respond to them, okay? So being responsible, which means not letting yourself off the hook. It means holding yourself to your word. If you say that you are going to go to the gym for a half hour 3 times a week, then matter enough, choose to matter enough to keep your word to yourself and go to the gym 3 times in a week. Okay? Take one small step toward that vision every single day. So this is about taking action in the goal, in the direction of your dreams and desires, right? Choose and move. You know, oftentimes we get caught thinking, I'm stuck. I just can't seem to get myself motivated. Well, motivation doesn't come with inaction. Motivation comes with action. It's an active thing. So if you want to be more motivated, get moving and keep your word to yourself. Do what you say you're going to do, and be what you say you are going, be who you say you are going to be. Okay. So taking one small step every single day in the direction of that bigger vision. One small step might be, let's say your vision is to get healthy, and the way that you'll measure that is releasing 15 pounds. Let's say that's your vision for your life a year from now, or let's say it's an even bigger goal. Let's say it's 50 pounds, right? To get really healthy and lose a significant amount of weight. What might one step toward that goal every day be? Well, it might be choosing to, not have a second helping. It might be choosing to go for a walk that day. It might be, getting into a group that supports healthy eating. It might be looking at what some options are for meal plans or lifestyle changes. Those are all things. Susie, shh, quiet, hey. Clearly not listening. Susie. See, my dogs are not digging the snow falling out the sky again. They are not on board with this. And I gotta tell them, I'm with them. I'm totally with them. I'm not on board with the snow falling from the sky in mid-April. Not on board with it. So take one small action step. All of those things that I just listed are all one small step. So it's just one step every single day in the direction of what your larger vision is. That might be telling yourself you love yourself. That might be looking at yourself in the mirror, because that's hard for you to do. That might be having a conversation with someone important to you about setting some boundaries in your relationship. It might be choosing not to have a drink that day. It might be choosing to only have one glass of wine at dinner. Whatever it might be, those are micro goals. Those are the small one step you can take every single day toward that goal. So when you do those three things, when you take care of yourself, when you create a vision for your life, and then you take action, you choose and move, those are three surefire, very simple ways for you to start to improve your sense of self-worth, to start to feel more grounded within yourself, and to start to honor who it is that you truly are. Because here's the thing. And part of what goes along with taking action is also being willing to look at, what do you have to clean up in your life? Where are there resentments, or where is there forgiveness needed, or where are there things that need to be said that have not been said, right? Self-worth and self-forgiveness really do go hand in hand as well. Where there are self-worth issues, there are self-forgiveness issues. There are things that you perceive that you have either done or been in your life that has been harmful to others, or that is somehow not worthy. And those are things that you've got to gain resolution on. But here's the thing, y'all. It is possible to do that, number one. And I say that, both personally and professionally, having been on my own journey, and also helping thousands of people over a couple of decades to do the same. But here's what I know, that in order to be truly free and to truly be connected with the most authentic part of you, you have to be willing to do things that you haven't done, say things that you haven't said before, to love the unforgivable, or the unlovable, to forgive the unforgivable, right? You have to be willing to have conversations that you haven't had before. If you want something different, you have to be willing to do something different in order to get there, right? So you have to be willing to do those things that perhaps you haven't been willing to do up until this point. But that's what it takes to be truly free. And the really great thing is that those are things that are possible, because it's really just a matter of choosing, number one, choosing to put yourself first, choosing to love yourself, choosing to matter, choosing to take action in the direction of your dreams and desires and to take care of yourself, even when you don't feel like you love yourself. It's choosing it anyway, right? So when you choose to take care of yourself, and when you have a vision for your life, and when you take action in that direction every single day, you will come out the other side. You will get to that vision eventually. And it's really a matter of just learning how to do it. Because first it's about choosing, and second it's about learning how. These are just different things that you have to learn. It's kind of like, having a coach or a teacher teach you how to play a sport or learn a new instrument. It's just learning a new skill, and then you learn and you practice it on your own. So these are all things that I teach in my coaching programs and in my mindset mastery course that I'm doing right now. Those are all skills and tools that can be taught, that you can learn. But the first thing you got to do is be willing to no longer let yourself off the hook, to be willing to no longer settle for less than you deserve and are capable of, to be willing to choose to no longer be a victim of your thoughts, emotions, or circumstances. To choose to stand up and say, I choose something different for my life, and I'm willing to do the work necessary to create something different. So when you have those things and you have someone that can help, teach you how to do those things, and very importantly, you have a tribe of people to surround you, people that lift you up, people that are moving in the same direction, that are interested in learning and growing and evolving, that hold you to a higher standard, that are on this kind of journey with you. You need to surround yourself with people that'll lift you up and support you as you continue to learn and grow and evolve on your own journey. So those are the 3 ways you can start to work toward just loving yourself more, improving your sense of self-worth, and really taking up space on this planet. Because what I know is that you've got work to do here. There's a purpose in you being on this planet. You are more than enough. You are a miracle in just being here. So certainly if you got here and you're still here, there is surely a reason for your being here. So what I really am interested in helping you to move through is your evolution, your healing and transformation, so that you can get to your contribution, what you're really here to do on this planet. So if you're interested in learning more about how you can do that, how you can, learn to master a powerful mindset and, create the life that you truly want to create, and release past hurts and old wounds and, patterns and beliefs that are no longer serving you. If you want to learn some strategies for doing that, I still have space actually as of today, as of tomorrow, like end of the day tomorrow. I'm going to be closing down registration for my 30-day mindset mastery program, but there still is time and space. And let me tell you, it is a powerful program. There's already tons of breakthrough going on in there, and we're in week 1. It's only $47 for the 30-day program. $37 if you are in my Choose Joy community already. So just let me know if that's something that you would be into, and I can give you more information, or just go ahead and sign up and say yes and take action in the direction of your dreams and desires, right? Because that's what that whole 30 days is about, is doing just that and mastering a powerful mindset. I would also invite you to schedule a complimentary intro breakthrough coaching session with me, where I can actually teach you some of the tools that I've actually used on my own journey to get to the other side of the things that were holding me back. That now I teach other women that I do coaching with. So I'll put the link in for you to schedule that. That's totally free. I would love to chat with you more about how I can support you on your journey. All right, so there you go. If you would like, I would love it if you would share this video, like, comment. Let me know if you're watching on the replay. Type in #replay. The more that you like, comment, and share these videos, the more that they reach more people, the more that Facebook will push them out to reach a wider network, a wider audience. And if more people join in the fun, you know what? That just creates a more win-wins in the world. And that's what we're all about, is creating more wins in the world, right? All right. Peace and blessings, y'all. Take care.